300,000 years ago, the world was silent. No cities, no empires, no technology, just darkness and fire. A small group of humans sat beneath an endless night sky, huddled around flickering flames while predators moved through the shadows beyond. They had no idea what planets were, no idea galaxies even existed. Survival was their only goal. And yet, inside those fragile minds burned something extraordinary: imagination. That tiny campfire would become the first spark of civilization, a chain reaction leading from stone tools to skyscrapers, from hunting spears to artificial intelligence, from caves to the edge of the stars themselves. Humanity's story is not just the story of survival, it is the story of power. The power to control energy. For most of our existence, humans were what scientists would call a Type 0 civilization. We survived using only basic fire, muscle, and simple tools. Nature controlled everything. Storms, droughts, disease, and predators could wipe out entire groups without warning. But then, around 12,000 years ago, everything changed forever. The Ice Age ended, temperatures stabilized, and humans discovered agriculture. For the first time, we could grow food instead of endlessly searching for it. Villages formed beside rivers. Populations exploded. Civilization was born. In Mesopotamia, humans created the first cities and invented writing. In ancient Egypt, colossal pyramids rose from the desert with breathtaking precision. Across the Indus Valley and ancient China, massive societies emerged filled with trade, laws, armies, and monumental architecture. Humanity was learning to organize the world itself. Empires expanded across continents. Roads connected distant lands. Ships crossed dangerous oceans carrying gold, silk, spices, and ideas. But despite all their greatness, ancient civilizations shared one deadly weakness. They were still controlled by nature. A drought could starve millions. A plague could destroy empires. One failed harvest could trigger collapse. Even mighty Roman Empire eventually crumbled under invasion, corruption, and economic decay. Because ancient humanity controlled only a tiny fraction of Earth's energy, they relied on rivers, firewood, animals, and human labor. Compared to modern civilization, they were still living in the cosmic Stone Age. Then came the revolution that changed everything: coal. Buried deep beneath Earth for millions of years, ancient forests had transformed into concentrated energy. And when humanity learned how to harness it, civilization exploded forward. The Industrial Revolution began. Steam engines roared across Europe. Factories consumed entire cities. Railroads stretched across continents like metallic veins. Humanity had discovered fossilized sunlight, and with it came unimaginable power. For thousands of years, people lived almost exactly like their ancestors. Then suddenly, within only a few generations, the world transformed completely. Electricity lit up the night. Telephones connected continents. Airplanes conquered the skies. Computers reshaped civilization. And then came the internet. Today, invisible networks of information wrap around the entire planet. Artificial intelligence writes, speaks, and creates. Machines explore distant worlds while spacecraft drift beyond our solar system, carrying messages from Earth into deep space. Humanity has become something strange, biological creatures powerful enough to reshape the planet itself. Yet, according to one of the most fascinating scientific theories ever created, we are still only beginning. In 1964, Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev proposed a revolutionary idea. What if civilizations could be ranked not by culture or technology, but by energy? This became known as the Kardashev Scale. A Type 1 civilization controls the full energy of its planet. A Type 2 civilization controls the energy of an entire star. A Type 3 civilization commands the power of a galaxy. And humanity? We are only around Type 0.7. Despite our skyscrapers and satellites, we are still vulnerable. Climate change, wars, blackouts, pandemics, and resource shortages constantly remind us how fragile civilization truly is. We are not masters of Earth yet. We are still climbing, and the next step could change everything forever. The future of civilization is not just bigger cities or faster computers, it is something far more extreme, a complete transformation of what humanity actually is. According to the Kardashev Scale, the next great leap is becoming a true Type 1 civilization, a species capable of harnessing all the energy available on its planet. That means fusion power, planet-wide energy systems, Climate engineering, unlimited clean electricity. Imagine a world where hurricanes are weakened before landfall. Deserts bloom with artificial ecosystems. Oceans are cleaned by autonomous machines. Energy scarcity disappears completely. For the first time in history, civilization would stop merely surviving on Earth and begin controlling it. But reaching Type 1 is not guaranteed. Every advanced civilization eventually faces dangerous tests. Climate collapse, artificial intelligence, nuclear war, resource exhaustion. The terrifying truth is this: humanity now possesses technology powerful enough to destroy itself, and many scientists believe this may be why the universe seems silent. If intelligent life is common, then why haven't we seen massive alien empires or galaxy-sized civilizations? This mystery is called the Fermi paradox. Maybe most civilizations never survive long enough to advance further. Maybe they collapse during their technological adolescence. Right now, humanity may be standing at that exact moment, but if we survive, the future becomes almost unimaginable. A Type 2 civilization no longer depends on a single planet. It harnesses the energy of an entire star, around 10 to the power of 26 watts of power. At this stage, planets become stepping stones instead of homes. Gigantic megastructures known as Dyson swarms could surround stars, collecting enormous amounts of energy. Artificial habitats larger than nations could float through space. Entire moons and asteroids might be transformed into cities. Travel across the solar system would become routine. Humanity would no longer fear extinction from one asteroid or planetary disaster because civilization itself would exist across countless worlds. Earth would become the birthplace of humanity, not its limit. And beyond that lies Type 3, a civilization so advanced it controls the energy of an entire galaxy. Imagine billions of stars connected through incomprehensible technology, black holes used as power sources, wormholes bending space itself, civilizations surviving for millions of years while engineering solar systems like architects redesigning cities. The difference between humanity and a Type 3 civilization would be greater than the difference between modern humans and ants. To us, they would appear godlike, and perhaps somewhere out there in the darkness, they already exist. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, contains hundreds of billions of stars. The observable universe contains trillions of galaxies. The numbers are so massive that intelligent life almost feels inevitable, yet space remains silent. No confirmed signals, no visible megastructures, no undeniable proof of alien civilizations, just silence. Some scientists believe advanced civilizations may hide themselves. Others think they evolve beyond physical forms entirely, and some suggest something even stranger, that sufficiently advanced intelligence may eventually create simulated realities indistinguishable from the real universe itself. A civilization millions of years ahead of us might possess technology so advanced it would look supernatural. It could manipulate gravity, control dark matter, reshape stars, or even create entirely new universes. And that leads to one final terrifying possibility. What if reality itself is artificial? It sounds impossible, yet some physicists seriously consider the idea that conscious beings could someday simulate entire universes filled with self-aware life. If that becomes possible once, then simulated worlds could outnumber real ones, meaning humanity might already exist inside an artificial reality created by an intelligence far beyond our understanding. Whether that idea is true or not, it reveals how enormous the future of civilization could become. From primitive campfires to controlling galaxies to potentially engineering reality itself. But power alone is not enough. Every step upward demands greater wisdom. History proves civilizations can collapse. The Bronze Age collapse destroyed entire kingdoms. The fall of the Western Roman Empire ended centuries of dominance. The higher civilizations rise, the more dangerous their mistakes become, which means the ultimate test may not be intelligence, but maturity. Can a species gain immense technological power without destroying itself through greed, war, or division? That question may decide the fate of every civilization in the universe. Because right now, humanity stands at the edge of the greatest turning point in history. One path leads toward collapse, the other leads toward the stars. And the spark that began around a prehistoric campfire still burns inside us today, in our machines, in our curiosity, in every rocket rising into space. One day, if humanity survives long enough, that same spark may illuminate entire galaxies. The universe is waiting. The only question left is this: will we rise or disappear before we ever get the chance?